Family, Utubians, Earthlings, people out there tuning in. I truly appreciate your time and your energy. I hope this video does something for you today. I want to speak about vegan and health, transitioning into eating better, eating to live. You know what I'm saying? Instead of living to eat. A lot of people are just eating whatever is new, whatever you see on the shelf that's brand new, and that's dangerous. That is a dangerous field to play in. Why? Well, because a lot of these foods are genetically modified, and if the foods are genetically modified, then they're modifying you. And even when it say it's non-GMO, they still are being modified to some degree as far as pasteurizing it, as far as preserving the shelf life. You know what I'm saying? As far as preserving the foods, because they're coming from overseas. This is international commerce, so a lot of the stuff you're getting is not being produced in your state, like in your backyard type stuff. So we're being forced to have to deal with the demand. You know what I'm saying? And the demand for product is at an ultimate high, and the dollar is very, very, it's inflating as we speak. So what's the problem? What is it? A bunch of problems, because for those who are trying to transition into a more holistic way of life for your own benefit, you know, if you're someone like myself who could apply a huge amount of pressure upon yourself to make sure that you stay on the path that you've chosen, this could be a very, 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 very intensive experience, if not taken delicately. So I really want to stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch as much as I possibly can to please crawl before you walk into transitioning into eating better. Because if you're not ready for the changes that are going to occur, the people around you can suffer from your lack of ignorance. Ignorance simply just means to not know. When I first started my journey, I thought me eating like a vegetarian was the best way to go. And at the time, and that was great. And I was like tipping my toe in vegan stuff as well, but I wasn't really too familiar with ingredients. I wasn't really too keen to pH levels. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't too keen to the science behind the food. I just wanted to eat better because I kept asking myself a question: is it right to eat meat? And the very first thought that would come to my mind would be, hell no. Nah. Come again? Do you see that process, bro? Why you ain't doing it? So I would have to ask myself like questions and see what kind of answers I would get, and I could never ignore those higher thoughts. I understand that those higher thoughts are the very thoughts that have kept me alive to this very day. You know what I'm saying? And I can't ignore them. Um. Anyways, so I would ask myself stuff like that and get answers like that, and it would like start to beat in the back of my mind. Like I would walk into the refrigerator and want to eat eggs, but instead of approaching them as eggs, I would approach them as fetus, baby chicken, and shit like that. I would approach it in its true context instead of beating around the bush and giving it this fairy tale perception of deception that inclinates my mind to make me believe that that is right when I know it's wrong. And that's the hardest part about transitioning into eating better. The psychological warfare that's going on inside of your mind. That's the hardest part. That part gets tricky. Because when you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, God damn, nigga, you's a ugly motherfucker. When you see your body shrinking in 10 times, half the size, none of your clothes fit no more. When you have to realize how ugly you really were. When you have to realize, like myself, I'm a skinny guy now. I was walking around here thinking I had a little bit of muscles. You know what I'm saying? Thought I had some tussles. You know what I'm saying? Some muscles and shit. You feel me? Like, thought I had some guns over here. Stopped eating meat for a moment. Found out all that was fluff. Found that all that was fluff. Had to wake up to some ugly truths. You know what I'm saying? Had things popping out my face. You know what I'm saying? Things coming out of coming out of my lower parts of my lower area that I was just quite disturbed about. You know what I'm saying? There were many things that were happening along this journey that wanted to make me say hell no, but I knew I had to continue to keep finding out what was really going on inside of me because I just at the time I didn't have a lack of care. But once again, you know this is just a video to get those not to. I hope you guys don't get discouraged and just because you see certain things within yourself that make you want to say, damn, I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. It might be that you're moving a little too fast. You might need to slow up a little bit and stop being so hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Crawl before you walk, take baby steps. You know what I'm saying? And then learn how to skip. And then, get into jogging. And before you know it, you're running. These are processes, man. I'm going to tell you, like, I have yet to go through any learning process yet to this day where I have not had to experience pain. I'm going to repeat that. I have yet to go through a learning experience where I've yet to feel pain to some degree before gaining the clarity that I needed to say I know what I'm talking about now. Whether that be pain within my mind, physical pain within my body that I've had to experience from trying to attempt that what I was trying to do, or whatever it was. I've realized that pain is relative. It's a part of a natural way of life. Like the Creator wouldn't have given us these instincts if we weren't supposed to have them. Like you know, um, I always said that fear and love correlate. They're like one and the same. I hate you when you're really saying I love you. You know what I'm saying? And so forth and so forth. It's the trickery comes in with this language. What they've done with this language, how they put these languages and or what these words subconsciously do to our minds, and we don't realize what's happening. Hence the fact we call it spelling. We're putting spells on ourselves, man. We're not even understanding this stuff. So one of the reasons why it's just really, really important to be precious and be patient with yourself, truly, because once again, you can do more damage to yourself than good by just harboring in, or not even harboring in, but just pondering on thoughts that just should not be in in your mind space. They just shouldn't be there. And if they are there, take heed that something is transpiring in you that you need to fix, you need to change. That could be maybe mean you need some more water. Maybe you need to change your palate and eat something different. If you're waking up and every all the time your shit is hard. It's hard for you to shit. You have a problem, man. You should be shitting. Your shit should be just sliding out, right on out. You shouldn't be having too much problems, man. You sitting on the toilet for about an hour. You got an issue. You need to change what you're eating and do it slowly. You know what I'm saying? Because your body will react to those changes in a drastic way if you just do shit like that. So you really need to be delicate with yourself because your cells are alive, your body is alive. You know what I'm saying? You know, you are the controller of the ship, but these things have, or they tend to have minds of their own if you allow them to spiral out of control. You understand? So you definitely have to be on point with what you want. You know what I'm saying? This is what I would tend to say health is. Like, what do you want? Do you want to be strong and bulky and you know what I'm saying, and be the biggest man in the world? If that is you, if that's your will, then it might be the best option for you to go. Now I'm not promoting meat. I would never in life promote meat because that shit is just not right in no kind of way. But you have free will to do what you choose to do in this world. You know what I'm saying? But protein does not is like you don't have to have. Okay, let me back up. Because a lot of let me break a myth, man. Because a lot of people believe that protein is in the is like meat is the best source of protein, and that's just not true. That's truly not true. I want to ask you a simple question: why are you not eating meats that eat other meat or predators? You understand? Why are you not eating predators? Why are we eating foods that, or why are we eating animals that eat from the earth? I'm asking a simple question. Why do you not see animals that eat other prey on the motherfucking menu? Cause that shit's not conducive. That shit's not conducive at all. You probably wouldn't even live past 50 if you was eating fox and snake and all of these animals that eat a whole bunch of other animals all the fucking time. I can guarantee you wouldn't live as long. You guarantee. But they got you eating animals that's consistently eating from the ground all day long. All day long. From the earth. Taking in all that protein, all them nutrients, all them minerals from the sun and everything. Giving you everything you need. Why go through all of the trouble to have to get your body to discard what it needs and then try to kick out the bullshit, the BS. Excuse my language. You feel me? Why? And sometimes the body don't even know how to read that stuff, so we just kick it off in certain parts of your body and shit. Some of you people be looking deformed and shit. Like you just don't get it. You think that's just like okay. You think that's oh right, nigga. You are being genetically modified. Like and when you actually have to wake up to what you really look like, it could be a little scary. Cause you're like, damn, I didn't know I was really that skinny. The real me. I didn't know that I didn't have muscles like that. The real me. Not the genetically modified me. Damn. You just be like, what? Hold up. You start finding out things about yourself that just want to put you in shock a little bit. Walking into this vegan shit, you find out, like for me, I found out how sensitive of a person I really am. Like, whoa. Damn, bro. All that anger you had all these years, my nigga, was you just trying to hide how sensitive you truly are. Found out I'm a lover, not a fighter. I used to get so angry when guys called me pretty boy. I used to want to rip their face off. But I am a pretty boy. Truly. Have always been. I used to not want to smile. Now I'm smiling. I'm ready for pictures now. I'm ready for pictures now, man. You know, there was a time I wouldn't even let people see my teeth. You know, these subconscious things that stop you from growing all come from the meat and the bad eating. You know, it starts there. You become what you eat. You start to act very animalistic and beastly when it boils down to finding strategies or solutions to your everyday life. It gets difficult because trying to wrap your mind around educating yourself to uplift yourself out of the very dominion that they've trapped you within, because your dominion should be evolving at all times. But they've stopped you from evolving. They've stopped that growth. And it's now for you to decide on what you want. Those who travel down this path usually want longer life, you know, more control over thyself, more knowledge, stronger heart. You know what I'm saying? You want this for your soul wants it. It's not you that want it. It's your soul wants it. Which, you know, that's you too. But I'm just saying, your body wants it as well. Your body loves you when you do this. What are you really on this video for? Because I'm gonna tell you, if you do it the way I do it, I did it. It can be done. You're going to backtrack and you're gonna take some steps back from time to time. But don't beat yourself up. Just understand that, you know, stay real. You know, do what I'm doing. Start blogging. You know what I'm saying? Get out here, you know, create you a website, man. You know, make you a book. I got the top 10 superfoods to prepare you for the shift coming very soon, man. Foods you need to incorporate in your life, like kale. Get you some good old protein from that kale. Just eat away on it all day. You're good to go. Right? And like doing whatever you're doing. You ain't even gotta warm it up. You ain't gotta do nothing. You grab a bag of it, salt it up real quick, you good to go. I mean, you can't go wrong with water. You can't go wrong with water. I mean, it's funny how when you go work out, you got to have you a whole bunch of water, man. I mean, could you work out without water? Could you read without water? Could you do anything or function without water? Nah. So why not incorporate more water into your life? Why we keep resorting to the juices, all these toxics, these poisons and shit? I know that shit be kind of like, you know, if they hit the tongue a little bit and you be like, you know what I'm saying? Get you a little like, you be ready to goddamn, you know, start doing shit. Like you be ready to just, that sugar get the fucking with you. I understand. I get it, man. But I'm gonna tell you, you addicted. And once you realize that it's something you're addicted to, that you're craving, I can guarantee you'll want to stray away from it more and more. It's these ugly truths that stop us from growing. Cognitive dissonance. These ugly truths. This is a theory I've spoken about in many other videos, but these are the ugly truths. So please, man, crawl before you walk into this path, man. I am a guy who have had, you know, I'm having people come up to me like, bruh, why you so skinny in your neck? Blah, 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 blah. Like, nigga, you lost all your weight in your arms. Like, blah, 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 blah. You look sick, boy. What's wrong with you? You know what? I might look sick to you because I don't eat meat. And because I don't fuck with that shit you fuck with. So your perception might make you think that I am looking a little off. And that's fine. But if you ask me my progress versus looking at my shell, I would tell you I'm doing tremendous. I'm gaining the control over my ship like I wanted to. The ultimate goal for me when I started down this path was to gain more control over myself because I was in a very abusive relationship before this moment here, and that relationship led me to changing my life. I put my hands on a woman I love dearly, and in doing so, I could no longer eat meat. I woke up to the ugly realizations that I was a beast. I was a microwave baby. I was a radioactive pus child. Anyway, I was one of those, man. It was ugly. That truth was just to wake up to that truth. It was ugly, but I had to, and I had to change my life drastically. And I ended up going to jail periodically throughout them times, and I didn't eat meat. I, I damn near starved throughout most of this journey, starving myself, man, to discipline myself. You know, because I real, I, and as I did this, I started waking up to really, really ugly truths, man. So, once again, I would only recommend those with strong will to go cold turkey and to just plant your feet, stand on your squat, and just, know what I mean? I would only recommend that for those, or, for those who's willing to, to really make a drastic change for the best, because my actions were transpiring upon my children, and that was not good for the beneficial growth of my family. And that's what I wanted more than anything. And I ended up pushing that away, trying to run away from myself. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from yourself, man. You have to deal with yourself, and sometimes, you gotta do that alone. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's what I've had to do. So, this video is to once again, man, help those out there to hopefully prevent you from having to live through my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I want you to elevate from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this. The adventure of the loser. You feel me? So that you learn from our, we learn to learn from one another's mistakes. You understand? Because I am you. I'm a reflection of you. We are a reflection of one another to some degree. So we have to understand that if your frequency came upon this video, it was meant for you. It was meant for you. So, take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe me. Check it out. I'm just giving you my experience and telling you what is the best thing that should be done if you choose to make a drastic change, or if you have asked questions like, is it right to eat meat? And it don't really matter what religion you fall under. Is it alright? Like, and then just see where that goes. See where your mind takes you from there. You want to be ignorant and say, I mean, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna leave it here, y'all. I can really go in, but I'm gonna leave it here. The video getting lengthy, so I hope you guys like this one, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Please get at me. Share this video to as many people as you know. For real, share this video. We need to start uplifting and embracing our people more because our people are misunderstood. And the only way we're going to start to understand one another is by sharing one another, by showing love to one another, even when we don't understand one another. Raw love, infinite nine.